Gangs and other groups. The following is a primer on the most notable groups active in the city today. For each, we'll describe their turf, what makes them significant, and why one might come into conflict with them. Animalists. Learn to think like, interact with the speed of animals. A moderately aggressive gang. Arcadians. They use smart drugs to help compete in games of strategy against each other. Sometimes compete by manipulating city events. Black meds. Provide medical services for the homeless community and on the black market. May be paid to do unethical things to patients. Many groups in the city owe them. Bleeders. Can target someone for psychic action by remote given samples of their blood. Often collect blood samples of others for blackmail purposes. Boarders. Are skilled and fast riders of slipboards. Often trespass on the turf of others. Colin. A serial killer who kidnaps people and copies his mind into their bodies. Corner punks. Tiny gangs that rule corners and blocks around the city. Are very protective of their turf. Crackers. Trained from youth to make money from hacking. Often blackmail people with service interruptions. Day shift. The corrupt members of the NYPD who avoid fighting crime. Run many protection schemes. Dragons. Think they embody the chaos of nature and can create small lightning storms. Like to destroy things at random. Drakes. Manufacture and sell poisons in the city. Sometimes hired as mercenaries. Drug lords. Have a near total monopoly over addictive drugs in the city and have many firearms. Protect their monopoly violently, sometimes force people to use their drugs. Freaks. Put on a wild freak show festival, often unpredictable and violent. Goods. Independent drug dealers who provide better service and drugs than the drug lords do. Often come into conflict with the drug lords. Humancolori. Practitioners of an exotic system of law and martial arts. Often war against other gangs. Hummingbirds. Dance club attendees with enhanced metabolisms. Often war against other gangs. Hungry. Have lost the ability to feel pleasure but have replaced it with a constant hunger to hurt the drug lords. Strike mercilessly against anyone who gets in the way of their war. Immortals. Psychics who inherit the memories of older psychics. Often carry the grudges of their forebearers. Insomniacs. Use drug that boosts psychic ability. Can suffer from complete insomnia, causing insanity. Keepers. Live in and control the wild space that was once Central Park. Highly protective of their turf. Lumens. The city's largest cult, worshippers of light. Often kidnap and brainwash people. Math addicts. Use mental programming to gain superhuman math abilities. Sometimes war against other groups. Mem junkies. Steal and acquire strong memories to abuse. Often desperate for new memories. Moles. Rule the tunnels beneath the city with traps and ambushes. Attack anyone who enters their turf. Needlepunks. Create and experiment on themselves with pharmaceutical cocktails. Often psychologically unstable. Night shift. Those NYPD officers who resist corruption and actively fight crime. Violent. Follow few rules. Non-family street people. Have a variety of skills, some honed over generation for surviving on the streets. Often steal from or con others. Omniscients. Use technology to enhance their senses. Often violate the privacy of others. Orphans. Protectors of and ex-inmates of the city orphanage. Attack anyone they perceive as preying on children. Purists. Wear suits to protect themselves from any form of pollution. Seek violent retribution for any breach of a member's purity. Risen. Achieve increased physical abilities and fake own deaths with help of mitochondrial vampirism. Often war against other gangs. Roofers. Rule city rooftops. Very protective of their turf. Sat jumpers. Work in orbit repairing satellites. Have access to important information. Sexologists. Use sex to facilitate psychic bonding. Attack anyone they think is harming the sexual health of the city. Siders. Accomplished climbers who rule the sides of city buildings. Very protective of their turf. Skinborgs. Use multiple layers of high-tech armor, seeking to violently expand and take over the city. Tea drinkers. Take hallucinogens that increase psychic ability, often unstable and unpredictable. Technophiles. Tinkers with and artisans of technology. Sometimes war against other gangs. Traders. Local conduits to black market goods and services. Sometimes facilitate assassination, human trafficking, etc. Visitors, from groups outside the city, including corporations, utopianist communes, and neo-cultural communes, often represent their group's interests and ideologies in the city. Water rats rule semi-submerged areas and waterways around the island, often steal from others.